Greetings, wonderful people. Thank you for being here again today. Yes, yes, yes. And today, special day, because we say we want to do a message that's going to be so outstanding, it's so important that everyone needs to hear this, especially if you're married in a relationship, any type of relationship, business, pleasure, financial, anything, because we need to know about how where we stand and who we are and what we are about in this life, in this situation. So today, I just want to come to you about something that's very important, something that's been swept under the rug, applied but not applied, but then again, it's so secret, nobody talk about it, nobody wants to talk about it, but it happened. It is happening. And because it is happening, it is time now to pull the cover. It is time to now bring it to light and then bring it to life. Because, see, it's the enemy that is doing these things. The enemy is setting us up for failure. The enemy is setting us up for failure all day because he disguises himself as an angel of light. That means that everything that good that's happening to you didn't come from God. Sorry. But there's a character about this, behind this. If it's something about the truth, the devil can't tell the truth. But if it's something that's in doubt, something that's in a head, something that is in a clouded situation, then it's probably coming from the devil. But it may feel good, sound good. It might even become something that you need to know or need to do. But in the meantime, you can't really hold it to life. You can't internalize every message that you see and every message that you hear. But first, test it and check it. That's why we're told to test the spirit in all things. See it is from God. See if it is from God. So God has a character and a nature about him that boom, you can't fake and you can't overshadow it and you can't deny it. So anyway, what to do today is like we come with a story whereas the evil one has used this so long and so much, and we're so comfortable in it, and it's called immorality. It's immorality, yes. Our immoral acts has really caused devastation towards mankind. Look around. First off, it says abstain from fornication. What do? When little girls and little boys start to get around 10, 11, 12 years old, first thing they know, they start to feeling things. And then they go to the parents, and the parents tell them, well, don't get pregnant. Come on, that's not everything you tell a child, but tell them the truth. Explain things to them. You're not supposed to give up your body until you are married. Boom. But nobody tells them that, don't you get nobody pregnant. And you get, oh, this your little boyfriend, this your little girlfriend. All right, y'all, behave yourself. Come on. Come on. Or either do you have protection on you with you? Or either the little girl started getting 13, 14 years old, take her down to Planned Parenthood, started giving her shots. And what are the shots? Mostly estrogen. So it's building up her hormones even the more. So they keep her from getting pregnant, but yet still, so when by the time she's 20, 19, 20 years old, she is out of control and her balance is going up, up, up. You know what I mean? So now what you gonna do? So she's how you saw that promiscuous, either feeling different ways. So now she's ready for action. She's ready to get married. She's ready to have a boyfriend, and she's ready to experience things. Even though she wants to control herself, even though she wants to control herself, even though she wants to be there to save herself for her husband, but her body, her hormones, her emotions are off the chains. Off the chain. So therefore, now the least little pressure starts to activating and stimulating her to the point where she got that feeling. And then we come to life in our world, in our society, is that this way everything points towards an immoral act. You can't have a love story today without somebody in the bed, without showing some backside, uh, any other kind of way. It used to be when somebody started talking about kissing or getting immoral, they pan the camera to the wind or the trees, the birds flying over. Well, you have an idea of what they're doing. But today, it's no longer an idea of what they're doing. So, in other words, what we're trying to say is that the evil one is pushing the envelope. He's pushing the envelope so that every day, more and more, he's pushing the society, pushing our spirituality towards destruction each and every day, from violence to how you call it, evil intention, that is, going towards lust, corruption. Oh, corruption. Wow, we don't even want to talk about the money part. Uh, More corruption it is. It's worse than outright stealing. But today, it's called legalized stealing in such a way. So anyway, all of these things that the evil one is using and in between to get us off focus from serving the true and living God. And that's where we come today. One of our aspects of life is to bring awareness, bring awareness to help us to motivate and into, how you say, get us in that place where we start to listen and focus on who God is, what God is all about, and then be inspired to serve Him, to follow Him. And then we say, well, it's because we love. We love each other. We're supposed to love each other. Sure, love. But what is love? So one of the acronyms that we said love is TWA. Not the airline, that is, a long time ago, right? But how about TWA, truth with action? Do not say you love in word or speech, but in deed and in truth. Deed, action, truth. So when you say I love you, are you showing love? Are you for real when you say you love? Are you telling the truth? Are you just saying that for a way to get around, a way to do things, a way to expand on different things? Are you really trying to help someone to do what is right, help yourself to travel the right road, the righteous road? Are you really trying to hold fast to the goodness of God through Jesus Christ? Just believing what He say, following Him, and then being truthful in your following Him. And that's where we want to come today, about the truth in our marriage situation and not taking our vows. See, many have taken the vows, spoken the vows, have that love and all that stuff in their heart, so to speak, and then go home, and the next thing you know, time passed. Yeah, time passed. Things happen. No action. The action is negative things happen. We're trying to get into the positive aspect of things happening. And when we get to the positive thing of things happening, then now we on the right course. Okay? Love. How you say truth. Truth with action. So when we say I love you, I do, are we speaking the truth? When we say I do, are we taking the right type of action? Huh? Are we taking the right type of action as to understand who our spouse is, who our mate is, and what they're about? Are we taking the type of action that says, I'm here the truth because I'm here to provide, I'm here to protect, and I'm here to be the priest. I am the king. I am a God, really. And a God that serves a true God, a big God, a loving God, don't differentiate us itself from the way God does. He said, imitate me as beloved children. So by you being a God, truthfully, this is the book, little G, that following the big G, the almighty G, then you act as he acts. You do the thing. That's why you keep your mind on him, stay on him, so he can guide you into all truth and understanding. But in the meantime, what are you doing towards the one that you say that you love? Are you really loving that person? Are you really caring for that person? Are you really committed to that person? Are you committed to the vow that you just took before God, the Almighty God, the Jehovah God, the Elohim God? So if you are committed to him, then you will do the thing that he's telling you to do. You do the thing that he has instructed you to do. You do the thing that just because you are in the family, just because you are a God below him, beneath him, or with him, even as a not a subordinate, but as a child, serving the Father. That's how we're supposed to look at ourselves and be there in order to say, I am with him. I am in him. I am a servant and a child of him. So, and that's why we come today just to encourage and inform and then to bring forth, how you said, some action towards serving him through our mate, because he gave us this mate, he gave us this woman, he gave us uh, a foundation, he gave us instruction even. So let's follow that instruction. He gave us strategies to follow. Let's follow the strategies. We don't have the strategies for nothing. Let's apply those strategies towards the value of what we are about. Applying those strategies towards the goals that were set, towards the vision that is before us, towards the destiny that lies ahead. And then we'll get to the destination with the help of the Father through our Lord Jesus Christ, that is. Okay? So now, we want to tell you a little story, that is, right? The story is that she was young, about 8 years old, even a little before 8, and a family member, male family member, took advantage of her, abused her, and put her in a place of a woman. And therefore, she was now in a place of being abused, molested, even. But it was in such a way that he used her that she would not cry out. She was hurting, but in such a way where she was under control. Under control. So around 16 years old, she had a baby. 17, another baby. Graduating from school, 19. Wow, beautiful. With 2 children even, right? Now, 23, graduate from college, married. Yeah, the husband around 28 years old that way. But he's from the street. He's the type of guy, they call it the bad boy now. But anyway, he wasn't really a bad boy, but yet still, he wasn't ready to be a husband, but he was there as a husband. And he's there as a husband. He accepted the role as a husband, but yet and still, he did not know the principle. He did not know how to be a husband because he didn't have that maturity of being a husband. No one taught him about the husbandship. No one taught him about the foundation of a husband. Some things he said, you the boss. You in charge. She must submit to you. You are over her. That kind of stuff. But you provide for her. So he had a job. He had a provision. Even though the provision that he had, that came up with, wasn't really that much, but it was some, but he did not give up his life, his other life. He did not give up his street life. So chasing women, drinking, staying out, all these things, but yet still he's now a family man. And every once in a while he reminds himself that he is a husband, a family man. So he goes home, he doesn't ask for anything. He doesn't really caress her, cuddle her. He doesn't really say, how you say, get to that emotional side of being with her. He just said, come on. Yeah. And this is what happened too much today in our life. He'll say, come on. Or he'll say, move over. He'll say, let's go. He'll say, it's about that time. No matter what she says, it's what he said that counts, so to speak. So now, as he's saying these things, he's disregarding her emotion. He's disregarding her body. He's disregarding her sensuality. Now, she is so complicated on the inside that even today, they're still discovering things about her. I mean, how many years now? Right now, how many long years people have been studying her, and you still will not get to know her completely because each one different situations, just like a fingerprint, even though they might have the same type of situation, the same orgasm and all that stuff, organs, that is, okay? You know what I mean? Functioning, maybe, but different function, different areas that come about that can put her in a different mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical condition. Something that happened to one uh, wife might not affect the other one, might not affect many other ones. But this one, something happened that affects her in such a way where she cannot do things that she's supposed to or want to do. So these are things that happen. This is why she should be treated in a special way. In a special way. Not saying baby and all that stuff, because if you're not a doctor, then there's something that you can't do. You have to take it to a doctor or somebody who can really get into the situation. But in the meantime, there is such situation that we can always do, always be a part of to let her know that you are there for her. But this is not truth in our society today. I say in most society. So we don't come to criticize. We don't come to, how you say, to condemn. We don't come to gossip or to throw rocks, tomatoes, and rotten eggs at each other. But we're just here to bring awareness and to help each other, be helpers of one another, to build up and strengthen each other. That's called edification. That we can either look in the mirror, make that adjustment, test our situation, look at ourselves in such a way where are we falling short of? Where are we going with this? And what can we do to make a better value of this? And this is why we definitely come to understand and to know that, hey, I got to do something better. So just like with the young lady here, married, her husband 28 years old, he comes home. He's like, okay, even the scripture said, don't withhold from him. And he's not supposed to withhold from her. But yet still, she's hurting. She's in need. And he's withhold because he's out there in the street. Now she's afraid. She's fearful. She's lonesome because she don't know if he's going to bring something home from another woman out there in the situation. And so it happens all the time. Those, how you call those STDs and all those different type of germs and everything that come about that's going to affect her. So she's fearful on that end, but yet still she have a desire to be pleased. She have a desire to be fulfilled. She have a desire to be a woman. She have a desire and a need to show love, to be loved. But yet still now she's in a position of being sad. She's in a position that saying that, oh wow, I don't feel like I'm worthy. I don't feel like I'm good enough. because he's out there with someone else doing the same thing that he should be doing for me, but it's not registered in his mind. It's not registered in him at all. So now let it register. Let him understand and to know that when you neglect your wife, when you show her that you are distancing yourself from her, that you're not giving her the attention that she deserves and needs, you affecting her mind, you're affecting her emotion, you're affecting her body even. So now she has this built up situation within her heart, within her mind, and also built up in her body even. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to understand that. Because if she goes for a length of time without having a situation, a good thing happening to her to help her emotionally, to help her spiritually, and to release those anxieties, release those problems and issues that's within her body, is built up. It builds up. And the next thing you know, she might come down with some illnesses and all that stuff that we don't even be aware of. So he's got to like pay the hospital bill, pay the doctor bills, all that stuff, and he doesn't have the money. So without her insurance, without his insurance or something like that, we're in trouble. And so many women today are facing this type of situation, facing these illnesses and everything, facing these conditions because the husband has not really been there for them. He's not showing love and compassion for her. Actually, all he doing is aggravating a condition, aggravating the situation. He doesn't want to get into the background of why she's upset or why she's having a headache every night. He's like, okay, you all right? What's the matter? What's going on? What that? With that type of voice. Not in a sensual way, not in a wisdom type way, not in a loving type way, not in an authority type way even. But he wants to know what's going on, why she's upset, why she can't perform, why she can't do this, why she can't do that, and asking for things that she don't really like because she now remembering when she was a child and she was getting forced into things that it was against her will, against her principles. And now she understands that, but here her husband come to bring up those old pains or old situations. And even if she got used to it, even if she got desirable of it, it was still a negative thing because it's not a normal thing. Now she's on a different path, different plane. It's like a fantasy, a situation where it's coming about, whereas now she playing into a movie role. It's not a reality role. So therefore, that's why we have to look at every angle of our life, at every angle of the situation, even in our emotion, even in our situation going on. There's no compatibility, no intimacy. Wow. So now she's frustrated. She's alone. She feels empty. She's not worthy. All these things coming about. And she's sad on top of sad. Now she has an anger issue, but she's holding that anger within herself. So there's no love no more. So the evil one, negativity, is taking over in her body, her mind, and her spirit, so that she's disconnected from her husband. So they can be together, living together, but not knowing each other, not having a spirituality, a love for each other, but there's a concern for each other. Oh, there's a loyalty towards each other. Yeah, there's a loyalty. He will go out of his way for her, but not to love her. He doesn't say, hey, how you doing? What's up? Here's some flowers, this and that and other. Or either when she's feeling bad, just hold her. She said, don't bother me, don't touch me, don't do that. But look here, put your hand on her shoulder and say, look, baby, I got your back. I love you. And go ahead on about your business. You don't have to drill her. You're not the FBI or CIA. Just do that. She might be, she might have met someone that's really rocking her to the moon, back and forward. But she's there in your present right here, right now. Let her know that you got her back. And look here, if anything that happens, in the past that I was negligent of being there for you and with you, please forgive me. I'm sorry. Because you know what? You know how things were, and I just dropped the ball. And I'm sorry, I apologize. She understands that. And if you like say she don't want to be bothered for a minute or two more, as long as she's there with you, back off, but let her know that you're there for her, that you have the patience to wait for her, and then one day she might I don't know out of what, she might say, okay, what's up? But now you said, look here, in the past, but then give her the 200% series of situations that's going to bring her to an orchid type affair. Too many times as a man, we're rushing into situations. We're rushing to get over and get finished and get done and go to sleep. We have to stop that rushing thing. But when we were young, like rabbits, rushing was the thing because she didn't know any better because she was young too. Her body was built for the pressure, the pain. Her body was built for the fast and everything. But now that she's situated, she's stable, now she deserves to be loved. I mean, cared for. Cared for. Now she deserves to be loved in such a way whereas she can have that fulfillment. She can have that compassion even. She can have all these things that come about. Knowing that if she mess up, that person out there might be with her for a minute or two more, but all he wanted anyway from Jump Street was to get there in a physical way most of the time. Very few outside situations come about whereas they fall in love with each. I mean, true love. See, true love is when you are there, you caring for each other. You have a desire to be affectionate with each other, desire to be connected with each other, a strong desire, and then to appreciate each other, and then giving glory to each other. He should give her glory, and then she in turn should help him, be there for him. And another thing too, she might say, complain that, oh, well, he's not excited. Well, actually, she's the one that's supposed to excite the man to get his adrenaline going, to get his blood flowing. But if she doesn't, then he should in turn show her, treat her in such a way whereas he can have the situation going, be there to be ready for her when she is ready. Treat her like the queen that she is. Treat her like the gift that she was given to you from the Almighty. And the Almighty will then in turn touch her heart. And then the next thing you know, she might confess that she was outside on the road. She might confess and say that, oh, I've been holding back. She might confess and say that, where have you been, brother? I don't know. But in the meantime, if things are happening where you can't do what you're supposed to do, let her know. And then she should let you know. But don't wait 10 and 20 and 30 years to find out that, hey, you was in such a bad place. She was in such a bad place. And now here it come down to the place where y'all are not compatible. You don't know each other, don't love each other, because now there's an emotional blockage, an emotional disconnect with each other. She hasn't been satisfied, and you, even though you have called yourself being satisfied, but that's not really emotional or physical. It's only a physical satisfaction, but it's a release. Women have a satisfaction situation for emotional and a release. Men mostly just have a release. There's no emotional ties to her until she brings something to his mind and his heart. And now it's called an obsession. And this is what happened too many times. He might have an obsession for her in physical terms, physical way, because it's something that he's not used to, something that he's been trying to get adjusted to. But then again, wow, I just said she put something on him that he can't shake off. The next thing you know, He don't want to let go. And this is why so many times we have domestic violence is when a guy don't want to let go. He's controlling her. He's forcing her. And she is now his slave, more or less. Call me daddy. Call me this. Call me that. I'm your daddy. No, you're not my daddy. But in the meantime, she's calling him daddy for that relationship, for that connection. And then when she decides to like, wow, this is getting to be too much. This is getting to be strange. This is getting to be overwhelming. And she's trying to get away from it. Now her life is in jeopardy. Situations in jeopardy. So all these things come to play in a relationship that we must, by all means, address, adjust, and then correct. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. In a hurry. But when she's sad, when she's lonely, when she's aggravated, oh, when she's disconnected with the person, love starts to fade away because it's not that real love. It's that affection starts to fade away. And now the flowers become weeds. And now the fragrance of all of the beautiful fragrance of the field becomes now garbage and dust, and twigs. Yes. So anyway, wonderful people, I just want to thank you for being with us again today. And we must do this again soon and very soon because we see that no one is really coming to be with us. No one is really coming to talk with us. Everybody's all sweet and mellow and everything. But like I said, before we leave, like I asked this woman that went through her 30 years of not knowing what a wife really is supposed to feel like, having miscarriages, but never having a good relationship with her husband, and him going out and buying toys for her. Now, ain't this something? So this should show you today that these toys have been a byproduct and a wow. It's bad. It's bad news. These companies are making money off of these toys. Men don't buy that many toys. I'm sorry. Men don't like toys. So women are really supporting these companies with these toy things. Supporting the company. Why is she using a toy when she have a husband? And why is the husband neglecting the information, neglecting their situation? So it's a damn shame, really a shame, when they've been married for 30 and 40 years and he died and she like, so what? He did. Come on. That's not the way to look at it. Or either, come on. It's like looking at some of the bad things that happened. Yeah, he was a good husband. He was a provider. But she think about those nights that she cried. She think about those nights whereas he rolled over and went to sleep on her. She think about those nights when she had to go to the bathroom with her toy. She think about going outside and letting some random dude please her rather than her husband. She thinks about these things. Come on, give me a break. I do situate these things. I know these things because I was that person on the outside. I was that random guy in a lot of different situations. So please, by all means, here I am. I confess my sins to the Lord Jesus Christ. I confess my sins even to you. So therefore, if you guys are all right, hey, y'all want to be situated like that? You don't think I know what I'm talking about? Well, let me be quiet. It's cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me because your life, you have to stand before the judgment seat of God and then be like this woman. This woman, after 40 some years, great children and great grandchildren, still going to an everlasting turmoil of fire and pain forever. Thinking that you, just because you went to church, thinking that you had a good life, so-called good life, you had a financial stability, you had a home and everything, but yet still, you don't think about how you treated your wife and how y'all was together. It should have been together, but you wasn't together as you're supposed to be. It happens. That's all it is to people. Look at your situation, whether you want to listen to me or not. Look at your situation and then go to the Lord in prayer, meditation, and He will show you what's missing. And these guys, with your arrogance, mentality, egoism, egotistic type behavior, that got the devil kicked out of heaven. But yet and still, those same things will not let you get into heaven. Think about it. All right? So take care, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. And I'll see you soon and very soon. Peace and grace and love towards all. Bye now. Thank you.